for joining me today. I have created this look for you right here. This is my take on a nice fall bronze look. The other great thing about this look is that we have used very minimal products, only a handful of products for the eyes and face. This is just a look that I feel like is a great transition from summer to fall. You still have the really nice glowing skin and eye, but even though it's a bronze, it's a little deeper of a bronze. I can't thank you enough for joining me today. Please be on the lookout for my other videos and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload. So we are just going to jump straight into today's look. I wanted to create for you guys one of my favorite looks to do, and that's just a really beautiful, glowing, bronzy look. We are going to start with our base. And for today's mix of foundations, because you guys know I love mixing my foundations, we are going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. And I am in the shade number 4 Fair. It is light to medium coverage, so we are going to mix in our Tarte Shape Tape to give a little bit more coverage. So I'm actually going to first put a few dabs of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And again, this is in the shade Light Medium Honey. This is the shade that I like using on my face. And you'll notice I don't use Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes. It's a little too heavy and too drying under my eyes, but I love it on my skin. So I'm just going to put a fair amount on my skin. And I'm doing this again for coverage and color. I like to just squeeze straight from the bottle, and it is very fluid. You'll see it kind of falling down. And I know it looks like a lot on my skin, but it is so sheer and lightweight that it does not feel like a lot. And I know, I say it every video, I know how crazy this looks. So I'm just blending this out with my regular foundation brush, the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. Okay, so now that is all nice and blended. I just love the look of that combination, and I love the Charlotte Tilbury by itself. It's just the most beautiful glow. But so many times dewy foundations can look too dewy. They can be a little too shiny. This is not at all. It almost gives this lit from within look, which is kind of Charlotte Tilbury's signature thing. She loves lit from within. I'm going in now with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Creme Brulee. And I'm just going to conceal in my normal spots. I'm going to go under my eyes and around the base of my nose and a little bit on the bridge of my nose. So I have that blended in. I'm going to now go in with my setting powder, and this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Okay, so I'm going to set the rest of my face and nose in just a minute. I am going to do my cream contour. I am, again, using the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand in the darkest shade. And I am just going to carve out under my cheekbones, around my hairline, and at the tip of my nose. And then I'm going to blend all of that out with my Eco Tools contour brush. Again, looks like this. You'll see me use it in every video. It's so good. I'm going to take my KKW highlighting stick, and this is in the medium shade. And I'm just blending this out with a stippling brush. And then I'm going to go back over it with my contour brush. Okay, so for blush today, we are using another Hourglass blush, but this is actually in the shade Mood Exposure, and it's more of a dusty rose. It is a little darker than that much pinker shade that I normally use. I'll show you the comparison. It's just so bright and beautiful, but this is a little deeper. So we are going to be dipping in with this shade right here. So I went a little heavy-handed at first, like always, and now I'm just going to blend it out. I am going to put a little bit of powder under that contour, as well as on the bridge of my nose and my chin. Doing these steps just a little bit differently today. I'm going to now take my powder bronzer, and normally I do powder bronzer before blush, but because I want the bronze color to be the one that stands out the most, I actually want to layer over the blush. I'm going to take my large powder brush, dip into my bronzer just ever so slightly, that same Hourglass bronzer that I used a couple of videos ago. We are just going to hit the top of our cheekbones with a little bit of powder highlight. And again, this is by Pure Cosmetics in the shade Afterglow. And that is all for the base. So for eyes, one of the reasons why I love this look is because the eyes are so simple and so few products and extremely easy to recreate, and it's not very time consuming at all. The very first thing that I'm going to do with my eyes is actually go in with a cream shadow from Charlotte Tilbury. It is her Eyes to Mesmerize line, which are just all of her cream shadows. Try to get that to focus here. So it's Eyes to Mesmerize, and it's in the shade Marie Antoinette, and it is the most beautiful champagne-y bronze. I love it because it's not a very yellow gold. That shade doesn't always look great on me. Things that are too yellow or too gold isn't a great look for me, but it is just the most beautiful shade. I'm wiping off a brush right now, so sorry. But I am just going to dip into it with my MAC 217. This is that blending brush that I told you guys, if you buy yourself any brush, make it this one. It's so good. You can use it for anything. So I just dip straight into the pot, and I pick up a fair amount on my brush. Not sure if that's going to focus, but I pick up a fair amount, and I start sweeping it on the lid, and I'm more just depositing it onto my lid at first, making sure to cover from inner corner to outer corner, and then I'm going to blend it in. So once I lay it down on the lid, that's when I start blending it in inner corner to outer corner, but also I bring it up into my crease as well as the base of my brow bone there. I want this color washed over the entire lid. I'm going to pick up a little bit more product and buff it underneath my lower lash line. Okay, so that is all for the cream shadow. Now I'm going to take a break from my eyes for just a second because I am going to go ahead and do my brows. And I'm going to fast forward through my brow routine. I'm doing the same routine that I've done in previous videos, just with my Hourglass Arch pencil in the shade Warm Brunette, and then I will come back to eyes. Okay guys, so we are done with brows for right now. I will set them later after we are fully done with the eyes. But we are going to pick back up with the eyes, and this is what makes this look so easy. Everything that we used on our face, we are going to use on our eyes as shadow. I am going to take a more tapered blending brush, and I'm actually going to dip in. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. These mini palettes, which come with 5 shades, you can buy for, I think they're $25 at Sephora. They're really, really good. So I would highly recommend these mini palettes of hers if you want to try out some of her products. I'm going to dip into this rich chocolatey brown. So I'm just barely tapping the tip of my tapered brush into it. And I'm going to put it just right here, just barely on the outer corner. And I wish you could feel the lightest hand that I'm going in with. It's going to add depth. And again, you guys have heard me talk about my eye shape and how I'm always trying to deepen my eyes a little bit. This is going to do that. Just giving it a little dimension. We're almost contouring the eye. Not almost, we are. So I'm just popping a tiny bit of this color into this outer corner. And then I am going to pop a little bit down onto the lower lash line. Just going from the outer corner until about halfway. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush from MAC, do one little tiny dip into it, and stretch across the width of my eye. Now, I am going to take a really tiny little liner brush. Actually, this is an eyebrow brush, but it has the tiniest little, angled brush. It's a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other end. I'm going to dip back into that brown, and I'm going to put it ever so slightly at the base of my lashes. So when I really, really, really want it understated, I'll close my eye and I am just going right up against my lashes to where when I open you can't really even see it. It's just going to make the base of my lashes look thicker and more defined. So we are going to go in with my favorite liner that you guys have heard me talk about before from xoxo, and I'm just going to run this in my waterline. Again, don't pull on your skin, guys. Just make sure that your pencil is sharp and just run it along. You don't want to pull on your skin. Okay, so for mascara, I actually wanted to use Hourglass. They have it's not really new, but it's their newest mascara. It's their Extreme Caution Mascara. It's really going to build up volume. Okay guys, so I did just go back in and do a second coat of mascara just to make them a little blacker and a little fuller. So now I'm going to set my brows. Again, this brow gel has fibers in it, and so if you naturally have really thick, nice brows, you could skip the pencil and just use a brow gel like this that is tinted and that does have some fibers in it. If you are in a hurry or you don't really need both, then just do the brow gel. So that is it for face and eyes. Now we are going to do our lip. So I am going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. And then I'm going to go in with, this gloss is from Bare Minerals. This is part of their Marvelous Moxie line, which is a plumping line. And this is in the shade Rule Breaker. Okay everyone, so this is the final result. It's just that really warm, sultry bronze look. I love it. It's so easy to recreate. Again, we just used everything that we used on our face, on our eyes. So this is a look that if you're traveling and if you don't want to take a huge makeup bag, you only want to take a handful of products, anything, this is the look for you. It's so easy, minimal brushes, minimal products. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. I hope that you can recreate it. And I can't thank you enough for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.